Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Chico, and thank you for stopping by. So, here's a look at the headline from the box office. As you can see, Barbie is still going strong, breaking records, over 1 billion globally. And I don't think anyone saw the Barbie freight train coming. It's running over everything, and it's not stopping. So, it's going to be fun to see how far it gets. Can it catch Mario? We will see. Stay tuned. I do have an article I want to share, something that's important. It seems to be coming from the movie and into TikTok and other things. So I think it's at least important that we talk about it. Um, Now, Meg 2 and the Ninja Turtle movie also came out and they did really well. We saw both of them. So I want to share my thoughts on those two. And let me see. Let me start with the numbers real quick. Barbie, number one at 53 million. But this is also what I really like to see. It kind of shows that different ages, different people with different interests are coming to the theaters and having a good time. 30 million for Meg 2. And we saw it. We had a lot of fun. Gonna best describe it as an upgraded sci-fi channel movie. It wasn't what we expected, but it was good. I think it's a compliment, really, because I mean, I canceled my cable a long time ago. But if there is one channel that I actually miss, it is the Sci-Fi channel. I used to watch it a lot. I used to love the original movies. Tarantula and the alligators, the huge alligators, and all kinds of monsters. Everything is original, and even though the movies were silly, they were always fun to watch. And that's the case with Meg 2. Jason Statham was awesome as himself, and the crew was pretty funny interacting with themselves, and it's over the top kind of cool stuff to see. Oppenheimer, of course, for the intellectuals and the drama people, still an awesome movie. Don't miss it. Ninja Turtles for families and kids. Scary movies with Haunted Mansion, Talk to Me, and Insidious still out there. Again, I'm going to shout out that Talk to Me is an awesome movie. Don't miss out if you like horror movies. Mission Impossible still out there for action freaks, and Sound of Freedom again still going strong. Another 7 million for 164 overall. Amazing. Um, Let me talk about the Barbie thing real quick here, and this is somewhat of a concern. What is Barbie Botox? Doctor explained the latest cosmetic trend on social media. This is something that should trigger your spider sense. You should always be wary when something like this starts spreading, and why you should probably don't need it, or why you probably don't need it. So this is a good article. This actually goes against it. I mean, you don't want to inject anything on yourself ever. So consider this. I want to show you some things that may not be as pleasant. Again, this is kind of going against the narrative of the movie, right? You want body positivity, you want to be natural. Stop doing crazy things like this. It's spreading fast. That's what's worrisome. Anytime you see social media, your spider sense should be tingling.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! No, Will Robinson! Danger!
Remember that little noise because it makes sense. These are results, of course, bad results of Botox for lips. Why do things like this, right? This woman is already pretty. Deep brown eyes, you got eyebrows, you got the face, chiseled chin. Nothing wrong with her. In fact, I mean, this is her before. So why go through the risk, right? I mean, it is crazy. It is crazy. You never know when things can backfire on you like this. So it is never a good idea to do any kind of cosmetic operations. Nothing has been tried, and you will never have any claims if something goes wrong. So keep that in mind. I mean, I don't mean to scare you, but it is something that is serious once these type of things spread. Um, let me show you some of these articles already that I don't want to click on. Barbie Botox trend has people breaking the bank to make necks longer. Is it worth it? Does it even make sense to you? Spend money on this. Can you believe it? Now women are getting Barbie Botox in their shoulders. Please don't start to blame men on this. I mean, this is something that's a choice. Be smart. Now the Barbie nose is going, and this is the girl that actually the first clip that I saw is a pretty girl, but talking it up, saying you should get it, how happy she is. Again, be careful with these things. These ads and this type of stuff get spread out by bots, by people who have a lot of interest in you doing something like that. I've shown before, I mean, AbbVie is the company that owns Botox. As you can see up already, almost 2%. That's a lot for this stock because this is a stock that doesn't move a lot. It's a dividend stock. It is a long standing, one of the best dividend stocks to get. I do understand that. So for retail who are into AbbVie, I understand. I mean, we don't own enough to make anything. I mean, we really, the regular people are investing on from the future and hopefully have something to retire with. But the real owners of AbbVie, of course, is going to be the same bad actors that I mentioned before: Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, JP Morgan. They're the ones that make a ton of the money. So they will spend money to convince you to do something this crazy. It's not my place to say. It's just something that I want to bring to your attention. Please keep in mind, don't be rash in trying to do something like this because you feel like, or you hear, or you see TikToks that are encouraging it. Be careful. Don't let a good movie, like something that's trying to spread, even though to me is mixed messaging, there is good messages out there. You know, you should be happy how you look, exercise, be healthy, don't do crazy things. Okay, let me move out of that because I can go on and that for years. Ninja Turtles.
Fire! Hang on, April.
Okay, so let me be clear. Let me go first and say it's a thumbs up, and I like the movie. It is good. It is entertaining. It is fun. It is different. So let me start off with that because I do have some things to say because I am a fan of the 1987, the originals. That's when I was a teenager, so that's when I enjoyed this movie. So they have good memories. I do understand that, you know, between that time and now, there's been a million different versions of this, movies, comics. It's always imitation is the best form of flattery, right? When you have good IP, good intellectual property that people like to make, you know, off spins or spin-offs, excuse me, and other things. So it's always a compliment. I always think that the original is always the best. So keeping that in mind, you know, let me give you the compliments first. You know, the animations are unique on the movie. I like them. Um, you know, I do see that it is hopefully directed towards a new crowd, right? People that didn't grow up with the original Turtles. If you watch this movie from you never seen the Turtles before, it is awesome. If you're next gen teenager now, you can probably more relatable. So I understand that, but um, you know what else can I tell you? I mean, that again, the animations is pretty unique. I like the way the it looks. I like the turtles. I like how they interact with themselves, even though it's different from what I remember. I don't even think they said Kawabunga once. It's kind of odd, but it's a new gen, so I can go with that and not be like bothered by it. It's fine. You're trying to get new people, so it's cool. Um, I like a lot of the new mutants. I mean, I never seen the little lizard guy before, and he was funny and cool. And you know, the cockroach, the frog, Superfly, Ice Cube was pretty cool. War Pig was there. A lot of stuff that I like, which is why I want to say again, and to be clear, that I do recommend it. It's fun. I don't think you'll go wrong watching this movie. But if you're old generation like me or really fan of the original, I do have some questions. I mean, I do have some things that kind of affected me. Number one, for whatever reason, um, they kept calling Master Splinter Dad, and it doesn't seem like it's a big thing, but it is a big thing because you know if you have memories of Master Splinter, it's always Master Splinter. It's a big thing with Japanese people in martial arts to have that kind of respect and honor. It's a big thing with them, and it was so in the original show. I don't ever recall them calling Master Splinter Dad. Maybe I'm wrong. If I am, and you know about it, let me know. Um, but it's kind of they said it so much that it kind of stood out. You know, if it would have happened once or twice, say, "Hey, Dad," whatever, it's okay. But it went throughout the whole movie, and it almost seemed like they made it a point to call him Dad instead of Master Splinter. Now, no big deal, but you know, also Master Splinter himself, even though Jackie Chan did a decent job voicing him, it wasn't him. It really sounded like an odd, angry, hated humans. You know, he repeated it over and over again, and um, almost to the point where you know he was making it making the turtles understand that humans are bad and that he knows best. Like, listen to him, listen to me. I know what's best for you. And it almost made it seem like a bad guy. Like he was keeping them um, from meeting people and getting out there on purpose or something. It's just something wrong about it that I didn't like. Um, Other than that, of course, it's going to be the sore thumb, and that's going to be April O'Neil. I don't think that can be like overlooked. I don't understand why they change. It feels like it's going backwards, really. I don't understand why Hollywood has something they hate redheads. I don't know. It happens with Ariel, happening with April O'Neil. Redheads are treasures. They're rare, so I don't think that they need to be ousted in any way. So why the change? Why the abrupt change? I don't know. I did look back a little bit to like the most recent Nickelodeon 1918 version, I guess, of the Ninja Turtles. I guess she already made a change, but I don't understand why. Again, if you take IP Ninja Turtles, and you want to add to it, it's fine. Otherwise, create your own. I don't know why you would change a very important character, April O'Neil, who everybody that I would think liked. Tall redhead. She was fearless. She was willing to risk her life every time to get the story, right? That was her thing. She would always get in the van, run to danger, and that's why the turtles had to save her, because she was roll up your sleeves and get the story. She was really cool. Everyone liked April. I don't see why they had to change it into what she is now. And we can't avoid the fact, I mean, she's short, stubby, black girl, lacking confidence, not funny. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm nostalgic because I like the original. So I don't understand the change. So why have a cosmetic change like that and of an important character? That's right there, April O'Neil. So, why do it? I wish there was a clear answer. So if there is one and maybe I missed it, I know maybe a viewer has seen or kept up with all the changes, but I didn't like it at all in that sense. But doesn't ruin the movie for me. Again, it was fun to see. It is. I still recommend it. So don't let that discourage you in any way. It's just my view. Um, Lastly, let me see where I'm at because I wanted to mention the 12 minutes. Okay, real quick, let me mention this because we also saw a movie called Never Say Never, a Chinese movie. Really, I guess it is unknown, of course. Nobody, hardly any. The theater we went to was actually full, but it's not advertised anywhere. And I was looking through the trailer, and hardly anybody has even seen the trailer. 3,000 views, so it's gonna be pretty unknown. So if you stuck around this long, this was an awesome movie, especially right now, in light of, say, Sound of Freedom, that's bringing out the child trafficking and kidnapping. This is a totally different view, man, and it's really, really eye opening. I liked it a lot. To sum it up without ruining much, an ex fighter who no longer fighting, he reluctantly kidnaps mountain kids, the kids that nobody cares about. So he starts training them to fight and tries to run a fighting ring. Um, Again, perception. When you know one side of the story, right away you're gonna think, "What the hell are you doing? You criminal! How could you do that to kids?" So and so, and you'll be right to think so, right? It's the way we think. It's not right to kidnap anybody, let alone kids who are in need. But it is a really well done story, man. Highly recommend it. We were interested. We were into it. The people at the theater, even though it was a small theater, it was packed, and they were reacting to a lot of the stuff, the funny stuff, and the things happening. Really interesting point of view. You have to watch it to see how it can be explained that there's always two sides to every story. That yes, you can come in and say it is completely wrong to ever kidnap kids in any way and have them do what they do. But this story is really well done. I don't want to ruin anything about it. If you happen to see it, I might add this one to my list a little bit later on of movies to find and watch because it was beautiful, man. It was good. It's heartwarming and tough at the same time. Um, Again, it's shocking because you kind of have to see the different point of view that you might or might not agree with. But hey, that's what makes great movies, right? So, all right, keep that in mind. Thank you for listening. If you stay this long, please like, subscribe. It will help me out a lot. And I'll see you on the next one.